Now, AMC recently filed with the SEC to withdraw an S3's prospectus that they had filed back in 2018. I see a lot of talk on Reddit and Twitter that this is some sort of master plan by Adam Aron. Some people call him the Silverback, the CEO of AMC, to stop hedge funds in their track, to stop the hedge funds from shorting AMC stock, to stop the hedge funds from shorting AMC bonds. Now, is it that or is it something else? Guys, we need to jump into this prospectus a little bit, see exactly what it meant, what they withdrew, why they withdrew it, and of course, what it means for AMC stock moving forward. So guys, of course, if this sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and man, we are growing our portfolios together. All right, so this original S3 prospectus that we're seeing there, what exactly was it? What were set forth in the terms of that agreement, and what does it mean? So, what happened back in 2018 is AMC needed to raise some money. They wanted to raise $600,000, so they sold some bonds. They sold convertible notes, to be exact. Now, what is a convertible note? A convertible note basically lays out the terms that the bondholders were going to receive a coupon rate or an interest rate of 2.95% over the term of the loan. And up until the end of the loan, they could convert those shares, or they could convert that loan into shares of AMC. So how many shares of AMC would they receive? They were going to receive 57.11 something shares of AMC for every $1,000 of debt that they owned. Now, you guys can do the math if you want, but that equals a share price of $17.50 per share that they would have received AMC at if they were to convert those notes. Now, in the recent statement that they had filed with the SEC, they said that no shares had been converted and that no shares were sold in that agreement, and that was one of the reasons that they were withdrawing it. Another reason, and you guys can see this in the recent statement they filed on June 29th, is that they had renegotiated the terms of that agreement, and it was the original agreement was no longer valid. It was no longer useful. So they were sitting there with this 2018 agreement. When 2020 hit, they realized that they were going to have a lot of problems with the pandemic, right? They weren't going to be able to pay their debt down the way that they had originally anticipated that they were going to. So they renegotiated the terms of that agreement and extended their debt into 2026. Now, the original maturity date was 2024, and they extended that to 2026. And I'll make sure to link all of this stuff down in the description below if you want to go ahead and check it. We're not going to read through it word for word. I'll tell you right now, reading all these prospectuses can get boring very fast, but please, by all means, go in, check what I'm saying. Don't take it for granted that I know everything and I'm saying it verbatim or anything like that. Make sure to go read this stuff yourself. But they renegotiated the terms into 2026, so we know that the amendments were filed in 2020, and that no shares were originally converted from those convertible notes from 2018 into 2020. So with the amendments out there, they have not been withdrawn. The amendments have not been withdrawn. That original statement was withdrawn. Why? Because one, the terms were no longer eligible. They weren't there anymore because of the amendments. And nothing had come from that agreement. So no shares, no securities were sold, no securities were issued because of that agreement. So essentially that agreement did not need to exist anymore, and therefore it was withdrawn. Now guys, I know that there is a fascination out there with short shares right now. I know that a lot of people may just be jumping into the stock market and into investing. And this is the first action you've ever seen in the stock market, so it does get a little daunting when you hear stuff about short shares. And when somebody tells you that their master plan is to stop the short shares from happening and to counteract all of these things, it can get exciting. It absolutely can. But it always pays off if you read what is actually going on, if you go out there and you fact check everybody, including me. Please fact check me. Go out there, see what I'm saying, and make sure that I'm not telling you guys something that you shouldn't be hearing. But when you say that the CEO of AMC, who himself has said that his main priority, his one and only priority, is to look out for the fundamental value of AMC, the long-term growth of AMC. when you start to believe that his mission is to counteract short sellers, or his mission is to trigger a short squeeze, which has nothing to do with the fundamentals of AMC, it gets a little, I mean, come on, guys. Those could be conspiracy theories. When the guy straight up says his mission is to look out for the fundamental value of AMC and to build its balance sheet back up, and we start to think that he's got a secondary agenda that nobody knows about, and it's to trigger a short squeeze and teach the hedge funds a lesson, not exactly sure I can jump on board with that one. Not exactly sure you should jump on board with that one either, but this is a good thing for us. Why? It means that AMC is taking care of its obligations, okay? Now, whether or not they settle those obligations and settle the debt that they have with these companies, I believe that they will, because they have raised over $1 billion just in the last couple of months alone from selling additional equity. They have plenty of money to get them through 2021. They have plenty of money to survive through the pandemic, and we know for a fact the revenue is continuing to grow because more and more people are going back to the theaters. So when it becomes an issue of are they going to be able to pay their debt, absolutely. They're going to be able to pay their debt. How are they going to be able to do it? With the increased revenue they have. Sure, it's going to be a tight fit for them to get out of it. But it's not our responsibility to pay down their debt. You and I, we didn't incur that debt. It's not our responsibility to pay their debt. It's their responsibility. It's AMC as a company. Now, I know that we are owners, right? As owners, we have equity in AMC. We want to see it survive. But please, you have to be able to detach yourself from looking at AMC and its fundamentals and looking at AMC and the potential short squeeze that we're all here for. We all want to see that price skyrocket, and it doesn't do that if we're attached to fundamentals. We need to detach ourselves from the fundamentals of the underlying stock. So guys, I do think that this is a good thing that they withdrew the statement because it, on its face, it's okay. It's just a withdrawal of a statement that doesn't make sense anymore. But it does mean that they are handling their current obligations. They're out there. They are growing the business. They are doing exactly what they need to do in order to survive and to see themselves thrive post-pandemic. And guys, I mean, that's what we're here. We're here for the stock price. We want to see the stock price go to amazing heights. And along the way, sure, some hedge funds might get hurt, but I'm not too concerned about them getting hurt. And hopefully you're not either. Guys, if that subscribe button is red, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. And look, there's a lot of links down in the description below as well. Make sure you click on each and every one of those links, especially Webull. Look, Webull's going to offer fractional shares in July. So if you're looking at buying fractional shares of AMC or any other stock for that matter, make sure to open up a Webull account and use the link that's down in the description below. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. So if you want to say it with me, say it with me. Until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.